Hey, it's Chuck, and tonight I'm going to talk about the 46 Extreme from Jiffy Auger. Quick rundown. It's a 4-stroke. It's powered by a 1-pound bottle of propane. It's 49 cc's. It'll never bog down no matter what size drill assembly I decide to use. It's a lot like the original Pro 4. It's got this aluminum housing on it where you screw the 1-pound bottle in. That gives it a lot of stability. Starts out 1-2 pulls. Doesn't matter if I pull it out the first time, and I just fired this up a little bit ago. Second pull, no problem at all. Fired right up. Spark plug up here. It's got a little sticker right up here. It says this side up. What does that mean? Well, it's a 4-stroke. So if you lay it down on the wrong side for too long, oil is going to seep and you're going to smoke. It's not the end of the world. The smoke will clear, but you are burning oil. So if I had it out on the ice, imagine there's a drill assembly attached. Where it would attach is right here, and it would be up like this. So the oil isn't going near the case in the engine. Propane, 1-2 pulls. There's hardly any fumes at all. It's pretty clean running. That's the great thing about it. You can use it inside an ice house. You could even use it inside a hub if you wanted to go that route. All right, I'm going to put that down for a little bit. Now, I showed you the part on the bottom where you attach your drill assemblies. And that's what I really like about, well, all the Jiffy augers, to be honest with you. Now, this is the Stealth STX. This is the 6-inch. This is what I would use for bluegill, crappie, perch. So if I want to go pan fishing for that one day, I put that on. How am I going to do that without being a big pain in the rear? See this? This is the quick pin locking system. Put the pin through the hole, put the pin through the base, and then you slide this rubber collar over it, and it locks it in place. It doesn't come off. Right, that's the 6-inch. Now let's say I'm going to go walleye fishing on, let's say I'm in Michigan, so I'm going to say Houghton Lake, big inland lake, decent sized walleye. They don't get huge, 6-8 pounds. You're about as big as you're going to get. There's only a couple of real deep spots, so my lure size is going to be at the most 1/6, 1/5 ounce spoon, and probably a number 5 jigging wrap. All right, not a lot of current, don't have to break out the big gear. So what I would do is this: take that 6-inch off, put the 8-inch on. All right, same deal. It's got that sliding rubber collar on it with the pin system, locks it in place. I've never had this thing come off. It's a great deal. All right. I love fishing big water, big walleye. Lake Erie when it freezes in Saginaw Bay, and you never know if you're going to hook into an 8, a 10, a 12-pound, or even a 14-pound fish. So, and yeah, we get those up here. So, big water, bigger baits. I might be dropping down a number 7 jigging wrap. So I'm trying to fit that walleye through the bottom of that 8-inch hole with half of a jigging wrap sticking out of its mouth because I hooked it on by the fin. I might lose the fish because that hook on the other side, on the nose, isn't going to get hooked on the bottom of the hole. Now, if my hole is 2 inches bigger, it's going to make it a whole lot easier. And I get a lot of flack about saying, use a 10-inch hole. I said, well, you know what? I use the right tool for the right job. My dad taught me that when it came to working around the house. You don't try to go with a standard when you need a millimeter type socket. And your screwdriver has to be the right size. It can't be too big, or you flatten out, ruin the head on the screw. So same thing, finishing hammer, you're not going to go roofing with it, that kind of thing. So when I'm in the big water, I break out the 10-inch. Now I talked about the STX blades and that 49 cc engine. It burns right through that ice. The shavings are just whipping everywhere. So you don't have to lift this up to clean out the hole and start doing it again. It cleans out the hole for you. That's how fast and how good this whole system is with these flights and those STX blades. All right. So you might have guessed, I've got 3 drill assemblies for 1 power head. Jiffy sells the assemblies separate. So let's say I want an all-around general auger head. Well, I'm going to go with the 8-inch. Makes perfect sense. It's widely acceptable. It'll get the job done in a lot of instances. But you don't want an 8-inch when you go bluegill fishing. There's a lot of extra weight involved. So you can go to Jiffy's website and you can get the 6-inch. And then if you want to go hit the big water, you can get the 10-inch. You can have a 3-in-1 auger system. Right? And there's one other accessory I'm going to tell you that you should probably get, and that's the power head cover. It won't break the bank. And what I like about this is twofold. One, during the off season, I can have this over the top of the power head. And what it'll do is it'll keep dust, sawdust, spiders, anything out of the carburetor that might collect and make it harder to start in the next year. And I also use it whether I'm on the quad or on the Bearcat behind me, and that'll keep the ice and snow from building up as I'm traveling across the lake. Right? So the 46 Extreme, 4-stroke propane, easiest thing I've ever had to start in my life. So something for you to consider if you're going out for an auger for all cases. All right, next time I will do something on Jiffy's new E6, and after that or before that, we're going to talk about tying some hair jigs for the spring. It's not too late to start thinking about spring already. The fishing shows have already, or will be already, starting in a couple weeks up in Novi at the Ultimate Fishing Show. And I'll see you there at the Frank's Great Outdoors booth. Till next time.